My mom put me in dance when I was 3, and I just loved it so much that I just kept doing it. Like, I used to play soccer and like ride horses and stuff when I was little, but dance just eventually took over because it was like what I just loved. I don't know, it became part of like who I am. I started off in tap and ballet, and I started jazz in, I think it was, first grade. And I eventually did hip hop and contemporary, lyrical, everything just kind of evolved from there. Contemporary was probably my favorite, definitely, because you can just like, I don't know, you get to tell a story, which is pretty awesome. When I was younger, I would dance around in my living room every day when I got home from school. And I was obsessed with 101 Dalmatians. So I'd go in my closet and I'd put my ballet skirt on and I'd tie the back into like a tail with a ponytail on, and I'd put my hair in pigtails. I don't know, this is like my favorite thing. And I would just dance to like the soundtrack from the movie every day after school. I just remember doing that. And I'd like lock the door so my parents couldn't come in and watch me. And my mom's like, what are you doing? And I was like, just let me do it. Just let me dance. So that was like, I don't know, I just remember doing that. And I would probably still do it today, honestly, because it was so much fun. I think the person that really instilled the confidence in me to actually dance was Miss Glennon Albinger. And she just, I don't know, she let me know that, hey, you know, you have this, you were born to do this, you can do it. And that's actually when I won my first title, was dancing for her, and she just really motivated me and got me strong where I needed to be. Yeah, she was definitely a big influence on that, the confidence stuff, because I used to be like, I can't do this. I got so nervous before solos, and she was like, Anna, you can do this, you're going to be fine, and she was just a big help with that. So I don't have a particular like idol, but I've like traveling through different conventions and stuff, you got to learn from different people, and they'd always talk about like developing your own style, because you don't want to be exactly like someone because there's already someone else like that, so you have to develop like yourself, which is what I always like worked on. Like whenever I go to class, I'm like, okay, I have to better myself today, and trying not to compare yourself to other people, but at the same time looking at other people, like their hard work and where they've gotten, as inspiring. I was in Vegas for nationals, and there were so many good dancers from like all over the country, and like we had to compete at this competition and like dance the whole week for a convention. And I ended up winning the whole thing, and we got to dance in the gala, and it was like, at that point, like once you won, it was just like, you just got to perform, and that was the best feeling ever, because I was home on stage, and like all my hard work had finally paid off. And it was just a really awesome feeling. When my hip got injured last year, like, you wouldn't think that it'd be a big deal, because it was always like an extra hobby. Like it wasn't my career, I guess you could say, but I felt so lost. Like it's just, like I can't separate myself and dance. Like it's just stuck. I don't know. It's just crazy. That was the major thing. I've had like sprains. I mean, dancers, who hasn't? But like my hip was definitely the most major thing to ever need like surgery and have to sit out for that long. I've never not danced for that long. It was bad. Because I started teaching last year, and it's like a different experience. It's like you get to share a part of yourself and inspire others, which is like so much more powerful. And you get to just, I don't know, like all these younger ones, everyone's looking up to you as a teacher. Versus when you're just dancing, you're dancing for yourself. But when you're teaching, you're doing it for yourself and others too. So you reach a bigger audience, I think, teaching. But I actually, like, I don't know, coming for Spring Hill was kind of bittersweet for me. Like, I loved Spring Hill, but at the same time, I was like, I'm not going to be able to dance at Spring Hill, which is when I got involved with Sheffield's, because I was like, okay, well, Sheffield's is around the corner, so I competed with them the first few years of college. And, but I actually got scholarships to go to different places to dance that had dance programs. But my dad and my parents were kind of like, okay, well, you know, dancing, there's no guarantee, so they instilled the importance of getting an education, and they knew I'd get distracted if I did a dance program. That's all I would do, because they know me that well. But it definitely worked out though, because now we have a dance coach and it's a developing program. I just wish it started sooner than, junior and senior year. Yes, dance can be expensive. Taking dance classes are expensive. And there have been people that have had to quit because of the economic conditions and everything, which is really sad. But eventually, the parents see how much they miss it and they try to make ends meet one way or the other. And usually, the studio owners will offer like scholarships for some people too, which is pretty awesome that people can afford to do that and everything. But yeah, it's definitely really hard to see a dancer not be able to do it because of that, which we saw a lot of last year. I feel like it is very undervalued, but I feel like we're at a point where it's starting to become more well known with different like TV shows and like movies coming out. And even like if you turn on the TV, a commercial, every other commercial, like there's dancers that are in there and being hired. I feel like it's starting to get more prevalent. People are starting to realize that, hey, this is something that people like to do that's really cool. So that's pretty awesome because like in the past, if you look back, we didn't have all that. We didn't have all these movies and everything, but I feel like it is growing. It's definitely growing industry. I would love to be an entrepreneur, maybe open my own dance studio one day, hopefully. I don't know exactly, the choreography thing. Yeah, I don't really know exactly. I'd like to be my own boss. That's about as far as I've gotten. The best feeling in the world is knowing that everyone that you're like either on stage or like performing with, you all like feed off of each other and you can feel like this like kinetic energy almost. And it's just like you're like united and like so cohesive as one. Like I feel like if we could do that, then the audience and like the people watching can see it and be like, oh my gosh, they love what they're doing, and get like super excited and like cheer on the team and everything. I just hope that that kind of rolls off of us, that we can provide that energy in the room for everyone. If you are a dancer, every day that you step into the studio or any day that you practice, never take it for granted because you never know what can happen. You never know if it's going to be your last time, because I never thought I was going to dance again after I got hurt with my hip. Like, it was such a blessing that I found a doctor that could fix it, and even he was unsure 100% that I'd be able to dance again. And yeah, but that's anything in life. You don't know. It's so short. You don't know what can happen the next day. So no matter what it is that you love, you have to do it, and you have to live it fully and completely be dedicated to it and find something that you're passionate about. And for me, that has been dance.